It doesn't matter if you're a die-hard Apple supporter or a Samsung fanboy, the new Google Pixel 4 is definitely something to admire. What's going on, guys? My name is David Tomich and welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about the up-and-coming Google Pixel 4 and the Google Pixel 4 XL. So far we've had a lot of rumors and a lot of leaks come out about the Pixel 4, as we know that the anticipated launch date is October 15th, 2019. So in less than a week's time, we are going to see the brand new Pixel 4 unveiled to the whole world. There's lots we know about it and there's lots we still don't know about the phone. For starters, we know Google has always come out with the best cameras in the Pixel line, so something that we can definitely expect to see in the new Pixel 4 is an amazing camera setup on the rear and also on the front. We've had a couple of leaked photos and a couple of leaked videos of a hands-on with the Pixel 4, so we definitely know that it's coming out with at least 2 cameras on the rear side and 1 on the front side. So what we're expecting to see is a standard camera and either a telephoto or an ultra wide. Preferably the ultra wide for me is a little bit more useful than the telephoto, because you can actually zoom in and crop in after the fact, and that way you don't really need the telephoto too much, whereas if you have more of the picture, then you definitely can get a lot more better shots than just having a telephoto and a zoom lens. So as of right now, it's rumored that it's going to come out at about 1,000 USD or 1,500 Australian dollars. This is actually a pretty decent price tag, considering all the latest flagships from Samsung and Apple are coming out at the $2,000, $3,000 price tag if you're looking at the Galaxy Fold. So coming in at a relatively modest $1,500 isn't too bad at all. So we've seen a couple leaked pictures of the new anticipated colors as well. We're actually going to get a really cool color lineup this year from the Google Pixel 4. We're anticipated to get just black, clearly white, and oh so orange. Now, I'm actually going to praise Google here for going out on a limb and making these color names a little bit more creative than your standard purple, blue, green as other companies do. Now, the new iPhone 11 that came out a couple weeks ago has a very similar camera bump on the back as the Google Pixel 4 does, but in my personal opinion, the Google Pixel 4's camera bump on the back, the little square notch with the different arrangement, looks so much better and so much cleaner than the iPhone 11 does. Now, if you ask me, the matte black version of the Pixel 4 with that matte black camera bump looks pretty damn good to me. So something also that you can see from the Vietnamese bloggers who've released these leaked images and the released video is the simple fact that there is no fingerprint scanner on the system whatsoever. If you're a fan of the Google Pixel range, you'll know that there's always been a fingerprint scanner on the back side of the phone. Now, without that addition, we can expect to see the fingerprint scanner be put into the display and have an ultrasonic fingerprint scanner ready to go inside the glass. Also, to some people's demise, the headphone jack is completely gone from the Pixel 4 and the Pixel 4 XL. I know previous Pixel models retained it quite well and they allowed users to really use their old school headphones, but as the wireless headphone trend becomes bigger and bigger and more companies are launching new great wireless headphones, well, the necessary requirement for the headphone jack is actually being eliminated. It's really weird to me though that people have been able to leak these photos and videos of the new Pixel 4 to the whole entire world and to Google's competitors prior to it being launched. I know this might be a marketing tactic somewhere deep inside the company, but I don't know, if I was running Google, I'd definitely be finding these people and firing them for breach of contract and leaking patented information to the entire world. Now, what we're expecting to see is actually one of the largest pixels to date. We're expecting to see a 6.23 inch display with 540 pixels per inch in the resolution. If you have no idea what pixels per inch means, if you think of it this way, when we design images and photos for the internet and for the screen, we always export to 72 pixels per inch. When we print high quality photos that end up going on billboards, we print at about 300 pixels per inch. So the simple fact that the Google Pixel 4 has almost 600 pixels per inch basically means that there is going to be no visible outside blur of any pixels or any photos that are high quality on this phone. The screen is exceptional quality. From an additional spec point of view, we're looking at about 6 gigabytes of RAM, up to 128 gigabytes of storage, 3700 milliamp battery in the Pixel XL, and the Snapdragon 855 chipset. Something that's actually a little bit funny, a little bit of a quirky fact is that the chipset inside this phone actually only retails for about 60 Australian dollars, which I'm sure Google's getting at a heavily discounted price to that. When you think about it, this chipset basically powers the entire phone and does most of the heavy lifting. When you think about the brand new Intel i9 chipset for high-end desktops and rendering machines, we're talking about 1,000 Australian dollars for just that chipset. So it's such a huge price difference from the $60 Snapdragon 855 to the Intel i9, obviously. But this is also why I usually recommend to people not to buy a mobile chip in their laptops when they're going out and purchasing a new laptop. Even though we've actually seen quite a lot of leaks and released images of the device, of the physical shape of the device, and all the specs that we might be seeing inside this product, what we don't know yet is the simple fact of all the software upgrades and the advanced things that this Google Pixel 4 might be able to do. From recent launches from the Samsung S10 and the iPhone 11 launches, we've seen some great new additions to what was previously never implemented into phones. We've seen 3D depth scanners, and we've seen awesome video stabilization in both of these devices. I'm assuming that Google's great software package is going to be able to take both of these things to the next level, also implementing a brand new system of the Google, I won't say the word just to help you guys out if you have a Google Assistant, but we're also going to be seeing some great AI in this device, and hopefully all the software upgrades that we might be seeing in this launch will really add to the character of this phone. I'm hoping that one day I'm going to be able to replace this massive DSLR in front of me with a single smartphone. Now, it might actually be the Google Pixel 4 depending on how good the video quality is on it, and I'm quite curious to know if you guys are going to be able to tell the difference when I switch out this DSLR to a simple smartphone. That's all from me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash that subscribe button 2019 style. We're trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers before Christmas. We're definitely on the right track. Thanks again for watching, and as always, I'll see you next Monday.